Now? I don't think it is. It's gonna crash again, isn't it? Can anyone hear or see me? Or am I gonna have to start again? Oh, I think it's working now. Yay! I've tried like 8 times. Hi. Sorry about that. Thank you for being patient. Can you hear me all right? I mean, if you can't, I don't really know what I'd do about it, but it's still good to know. It's working. Hi. Okay, good. I'm glad. I have 2 teas with me. Oh, just English breakfast. I'm a loser who likes English breakfast with a little bit extra milk. That's my go-to. But I have 2, because I have my regular one in my favorite cup. But then I also brought another one, because that one, I always try and make my tea last for the whole live stream, but then by the end of it, it's cold. So I figure I'll just enjoy that one how I normally do, and then I have one that'll stay hot for when I've finished, which is great. So that's my, I don't know what my hair's doing. Sorry, I just had a shower. It's my day off. How is everyone? Oh, thank you. I'm glad you enjoy them. That's the point of them, I suppose. So I'm glad people like them. Sorry, I'm feeling a bit silly today. How is everyone? I thought I'd come on because I felt like saying hi. And, oh, that's good. That's good. I'm glad you're catching up on some work. Hi, thank you. I'm so glad. It's so weird seeing myself, because I've got my computer open too so I can see the chat a bit better. It's so weird seeing myself but also talking but not hearing myself. It's tripping me out a bit. I wanted to come on to say hi. Hi. Also, I felt like doing my nails. I haven't done my nails in a while and I usually have my nails done. So I thought we could do that. And then also I've been getting a few questions. So I thought I'd answer those. And then also, if you have any questions, feel free to, you know, let me know and I'll see if I can answer any of those too. Oh, is it buffering for anyone else? It's almost midnight here in North Carolina. Ah. Are you a night owl or are you just up past your bedtime? Okay, it seems to be fine. It's fine for like what I can see, but you know, it doesn't have to travel. I mean, never mind. Start getting into discussions about how the internet works. How is everyone? Very much a night owl. Nice. Can relate, although I really have to work against my nature because bipolar and late nights doesn't end well. My sister would love that mug. I love this mug. It's a bit posh, but not really. It's like, you know, working class posh. It's a Royal Albert. They do these decade collections or something, and this is the 1940s one. I bought it for myself ages ago when I think it was in 2012. So Blair and I had first moved to Melbourne. I was 21, and I fancied giving myself a nice cup. And they were on sale, and so I was like, ooh, I get a fancy cup for the price of a normal cup. Actually, no, it was still more expensive than a normal cup, but I love it. I actually found another one at Savers, so I have 2 of this one. And then Dad for Christmas also bought me the 1910s one, which is really pretty. And it was the kind of the decade that my great-grandmother and his grandmother was born, and she was like our favorite person. So that's a nice cup too. Anyway, that's teacup talk. Oh my God, Katie, I was just watching your K-pop dance on Instagram. Yeah, I decided that I just wanted to, I don't know, I was feeling really proud of myself today, so I wanted to share it. And I know some people who don't watch my YouTube videos haven't seen the dance, and I wanted to show off. Hand wash, yeah, I don't use the dishwasher. We have a dishwasher, and I think we've used it in like the 6 years we've been here. We've used it like 3 or 4 times, and it's usually like when both of us are sick and we haven't done the dishes in ages, so we should just do them. then we use a dishwasher. But we don't use a dishwasher. It seems pointless for 2 people. Like, it seems more work. But anyway. My sister's favourite mug has a witch hat on it and says, sometimes you just have to put on the hat and show them who they're dealing with. Nice. I'm so glad you did. It was awesome to watch you. Oh, my dancing. Yes. You're welcome. I do what I can to serve the people. I'm sorry. I'm feeling a bit silly. So we're going to paint my nails. So I need you to help me decide what colour. I don't have a lot of really interesting colours anymore. You're a funny person 5 minutes in. This is the most engaging, interesting live I've watched. Really? I thought I was just being rambly and boring. I have to leave as my lunch break is over. Oh, well, enjoy your lunch. I mean, this will be up if you want to continue laughing at me later. But yes, I picked out 4 nail polishes, and because I'm a Libra and hate making decisions for myself, I thought you guys could decide what nail polish I'm going to use. 3 of them are Natio. That's an Australian brand that I just really like. There's this one, which is called Excite, which is kind of, oh my god, the light. It's pretty simple, but I quite like it. It's like a shiny colour. Shiny colour. And then there's this one, which is probably the one I wear the most, which is this kind of really pretty pink. It's called Twilight. I don't know why. It's pink. It's such a pretty pink. Like bright, but not ridiculous. And then there's this dark one that I don't think I've used this before. I love dark nail polish, but it's so much commitment putting it on because it's so obvious when it chips, you know? At least with like pinks and stuff, you can kind of get a little bit of wear out of it when it's, I don't know. This one is called Maple, and it's like a really deep purple. And then I see everyone talking about the blue. The blue, I'm running out of this one. My bestest and oldest friend got me this for Christmas the year before last, because she worked in like a nail polish, like an indie nail polish shop. And this is called A Christmas Time Paradox, and it is Doctor Who, like, inspired. It's like the TARDIS in the snow sort of a colour. I love it. I wear this a lot. You've probably seen it in my videos. I don't have a lot of colours. If you've seen me with blue nail polish, it's this one. And it is, I love it. I love it. It's supposed to be a Christmas one, but I wear it all the time. Who are we kidding? I love it. Christmas Time Paradox. So cool. What a good present. Am I right? Get yourself a friend who gets you Doctor Who nail polish. Yeah. Okay, we're going the TARDIS blue. I used to always wear white and it always chips fast. Yeah, white does look cool, but you're right, it chips. And it also, I don't know, I'm not very good at putting nail polish on. I shake a little bit. Like, it's just not, it just have a bit of, you know, a bit of a tremor. So I'm not very good at putting it on. But when I put on white, it just always looks messy. Like, more messy than normal. I like the Twilight colour and the blue. I don't know why people over here are having all their nails done identically except for one nail on each hand. Yeah, that's been a thing for a while. I never did it. I always kind of thought I would be so I could be cool, but I never knew what colour to do, and it stressed me out, and which finger you're supposed to do. I think most people do this finger, but I don't know. It just was too stressful. Deciding on one nail polish colour is enough. I'm the worst at it. Always have to wear clear, basically. That reminds me, we have to get our base coat on. I just used the same one for my base and my top. I don't know if that's what you... Well, it's called top and base, so it should be fine, right? I didn't know if anyone would show up to watch me paint my nails. I mean, you're not even going to see it, but... Hey, Veronica Jude! Aww. Good to see you too. Enjoy your sleep. I think this is... I don't know. Anyway, we're going to paint my nails. Oh, I'm extra shaky today. I picked a bad day. That's alright. My nails aren't looking too bad, so it's not like they need to be painted. I just like painted nails. I feel fancy. I think because it was like the one thing I was allowed to do in hospital. I used to paint my nails all the time, and it was like my self-care thing that I was allowed to do. So, I don't know. I think I've just kind of stuck with it since then. I got to put the kids to bed. I'll rewatch later. Thank you. Bye. Enjoy putting kids to bed. I don't really know what that entails. But I'm sure it's a lot of work. We used to sing a song when we were going to bed. Because when I first started school, we'd like learn the alphabet. I don't like, I don't remember any other examples, but you'd say a couple of words and then say the sound of the letter. I don't know why I'm talking about this, but the one that we would sing before bed was toilet teeth, t t t, toilet teeth, t t t, toilet teeth, t t t. The letter T goes t t t. And we used to sing that every night. Because, you know, I was learning the alphabet and I was a big girl in school. And also, you know, it was a way for Mum to get us to do the things we needed to do before we went to bed. Anyway, sorry. The only thing that keeps me from biting my damn nails is a manicure. Skipped it recently and chewed them all off again. Nice. I used to get like go and get my nails done. It was still like the cheapest place I could go. Because, you know, I'm someone who used to cut her own hair and doesn't like spending more than $15 on a haircut. So getting my nails done was really fancy. But they just ruined my nails after a while. I never got like acrylics. I used to get the shellac. And yeah, I ended up just having really horrible thin nails. And so I decided I'd stop and do them myself. And now I have really healthy nails. They don't break at all very often, which is great. Go me. Nail recovery story. Sorry. I'm well. I'm not, this is not me being manic or anything. I'm just feeling a bit silly, okay? Just so nobody has to worry about me. My mother used to fool. Oh, used to fool. I thought that was a word, to fool, and I didn't know it. To fool us into thinking housework was fun. Yeah. Shellac is the worst. Yeah, yeah. I figured that out after about 6 months of getting it all the time. Last time I did my nails was for Pride. Nice. Did you do like different colors on each finger? Or did you just have a really cool color? It's hard to do your nails when you got to drink tea. All right, so we're going for the blue, yeah? Cool. Well, while I'm waiting for my base coat to dry, only black. I like it. You sound like Dan Howell at the Pride. Did anyone see Dan Howell at his first Pride? I love Dan Howell. Dan Howell's a bit of, like, he's a classic OG YouTuber, yeah? He's from Dan and Phil, and he came out this year, and it was one of the best coming out videos I've ever seen. Cried, laughed, all of the things. And he went to his first, Dan is not on fire, yes. And Amazing Phil. He went, like, officially to his first Pride out. Yeah, Phil came out too. And he wore like his normal, very black attire, but he sequined, was it a skeleton? I can't remember now, but he did it himself, his like black outfit with like a skeleton on it, but he glued rainbow sequins all over the skeleton or something like that. It was very cool. Anyway, I love YouTube. Like, I'm like a YouTube fan outside of making videos and outside of the tarot world. Like, I watch a lot of the larger creators and have for a long time. I think I started with the Vlogbrothers, John Green and Hank Green. That was a long time ago. I still watch them. Yeah. All right, well, shall I start with one of the questions that I got? A few of these are about like how I've started my new Patreon. This is not like an ad for Patreon. But I did get a few questions about people, like from people who are a bit confused about the details of Patreon and everything. Just in case you don't know, I started a Patreon last week. It's very fun, very exciting. I'm very surprised by how many people signed up. Was not expecting that. Really happy. Thank you. But yeah, I just had a few questions. And the first one and the main one was, does that mean I'm not going to be making videos on my YouTube channel anymore? So I'm really glad people care about that. And no, I still intend to be making videos on my channel. But I think it's been pretty clear that I haven't been crazy consistent on my channel for a long time. And so that's not really going to be changing. I'm aiming for 1 video a week. So hopefully, you know, we can do that. But obviously, the Patreon will come first. If there's ever a point in my life where I'm kind of like struggling to keep up with things, obviously Patreon content will come first. Not that there's really, like, I'm not making special videos over there every week or anything like that. That's not really how I've set it up. So yeah, I'm still planning on making videos here. I didn't want it to, the Patreon to be like this special access and only cool people, and I don't know. I didn't want it to be like that. I didn't want it to, I don't know, feel super exclusionary and like the cool kids club and that. I wanted it to just be a space where I could be a bit closer to the people who want that from me. And yeah, I wanted, I don't know. I think I've done a pretty good job of balancing that. I mean, it's only been a week, but I feel like I found a good balance, and hopefully you guys will feel the same. I figured that the Patreon was for more personal, sensitive content plus the book club. Pretty much. I'm just a lot chattier and casual over there. I'm sharing some of the videos that I've taken down in the past at the moment. Do a few live chats. We have the Discord, and everyone's been really chatty in there, which is great. We've been sharing like our daily draws and just kind of thoughts on things, and so I don't know. It's just a place for me to kind of be a bit more casual, and open with certain things. And not everybody wants that from me. Some people just want the deck reviews or whatever, and that's fine. And I'll still be doing that stuff for you, so that's cool. But for the people who want a little bit more from me, that I've kind of stopped giving since last year, that's kind of what that space is for. But I don't intend on stopping making YouTube videos. I hope that's clear. Yeah, so that's basically what it is. Deck reviews make me spend money. Oh, someone just signed up. Thanks. So I got a little notification. That's lovely. It's been really great, and actually, I'll probably talk to the everybody on the Patreon, but I just love how the sliding scale is. Yes, it was. I didn't want to say your name out loud, but yes, Jennifer, thank you. So excited. It's been so much fun. I'm just so happy. I actually got a bit emotional yesterday, kind of, when I signed in, and there's been a bit of conversation without me. Like, it's not me forcing conversation and like being like, hey, here's the prompt for today, please answer. You know, people are starting to have their own conversations, which I'm a part of, but I don't know, like, it starts to feel like it's not like, I don't feel like I'm like the head of the class, and you know what I mean? Like, it feels like it's got a bit of a community vibe going, which, you know, we'll have to develop together, but I love that. But I also love how the sliding scale's working, which is another thing I was really excited about, because I didn't want to gate people out based solely on the fact that, you know, they couldn't afford $5 or $10 every month, which is fine. Lots of people can't. But also I needed to have some kind of barrier to myself, right? So $1 from, like, if somebody can afford $1 and they want to, that's awesome. And I didn't even set up different, because with Discord, if someone signs up to the $1 tier or the $3 tier or the $5 tier or whatever, I can have them like different colors and different badges in Discord. I didn't want to do that either. I didn't want to have like this hierarchy of, you know, who's paying more. I didn't want that either. So everyone's just kind of the same. You just have chosen different amounts to give me money, which is great, and I like that. But also, and I'm not saying, how do I say this? I'm really happy that everyone is there from $1 up. I don't care. I'm happy. But I'm also just really grateful that the people who can and want to have chosen the higher tiers, because the sliding scale doesn't work without that kind of honesty and generosity, right? Because there's about 50 people on there right now. And if everybody was doing $1, that would be about $50 minus Patreon's 10 or 15% or whatever, including fees, which is fine. And I'm not doing this for money at all. But obviously, money means that I don't have to spend more time earning it elsewhere, and it makes it a little bit easier for me to spend that time there. And so, yeah, I don't know, I'm really grateful for the people who have made that decision, but also super, super happy that people who don't have the option to spend more are still joining in. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not more grateful to the people who are paying more. Like, that's not kind of how I'm viewing it, but I'm just really glad that people are using the sliding scale how it's supposed to be used, and I love it, and I'm really happy. I don't know, I'm just feeling really good about it all, and I hope everybody is too, whether you've decided to join in or not. I don't know, I hope it's working for everybody. I'm loving it. Time is wealth. It is, isn't it? I'm so excited. The first book club choice is so cool, and I look forward to reading it with others. Appreciate your sliding scale too. Yeah. For anyone who doesn't know, we're reading Belonging by Toka Paterna. We haven't started yet. We're starting in August, which is not too far away. Although I know some people, Imogen, have already started, which is totally fine. But yeah, I think we're all looking forward to it. I'm really interested in that sort of stuff, in, you know, the sense of belonging, whether that's to a place or a community or, hi Veronica, thank you. I didn't intend for this to be an ad, but people are signing up now. Thank you. I just wanted to clarify some things and paint my nails and hang out. But it's very exciting. What was I saying? I'm looking forward to the book. Yeah, I've also kind of, people have been asking what sort of books we're going to be reading. So I have like a list of a few questions. But if anybody has questions about Patreon or anything else, just kind of pop them up. I'm just here to paint my nails and answer some questions, so, and chat, because why not? Love catching you live. Hi, Claire. It is working for me, but I wish I had more time to participate. Then again, I wish I had more time for a lot of things. Hashtag relatable. Yes, yes. I'm the same, but I'm also just trying to, like, I remember one day I went in and someone had asked a question and I went to just jump in and answer, and I was like, no, I want this to feel like a community and not me talking down to everybody. So I was like, I'm just going to leave it. And if tonight, you know, in 8 hours time, I come back and nobody's answered it, I'll answer it. But I came back and like 3 people had answered it, and I was just so happy. So I'm trying to find that balance of being super active and, you know, making everybody feel a part of it, but also like not taking the lead. Do you know what I mean? And I'm really glad that that's kind of starting to happen. So yeah, thank you for everybody who's participating. You're like making my day every day at the moment. It's been so good. Okay, one of the other questions was, how does the payment work? Basically with Patreon, you sign up and you pick a tier. My tiers are $1, $3, $5, $10, or $25. And there's a little bit of an explanation about what you get. On my Patreon, you pretty much all get the same thing, except the higher tiers get like a postcard and your name listed in the credits of my videos, right? So that's just like a nice little extra, but everybody gets the same stuff. So you just pick what you can and what you want to, yeah? And then you get, wait, that's not the answer to the question. So you pick what you want and you get access to the Discord and everything. I've posted on the Patreon straight away, which is cool. And then you don't get charged until the beginning of the next month. So nobody's been charged yet. You'll get charged at the beginning of August. And so even though you have access to all the stuff that's already on there and the content, you don't actually get charged until the beginning of the month. Some people set it up so that you get charged straight away and then at the beginning of the next month as well, which I just didn't really see a point in doing, at least for now. You just get charged at the beginning of each month. Because I didn't want someone signing up on like the 29th and then getting charged on the 1st. Do you know what I mean? Like that seemed a bit shit. So yeah, you don't get charged until the beginning of the month. And then that's the month that you're technically a Patreon or a patron. So for the people who have selected to, you know, for example, have the $10 tier, which means you get your name at the end of my videos as like a credit, as a thank you. You won't get that until the month that you've paid for, if that makes sense. So next month in August, everybody who's paid at the beginning of August, they'll have my name, well, people on that tier, they'll have their name at the end of my videos. Does that kind of make sense? So that's kind of how it works. And you basically just pick how you pay, and Patreon charges you automatically at the beginning of each month, but you can change it or delete your pledge at any time. So it's pretty cool like that. I've got it set up just once a month, not like per video or anything like that. So yeah, it's pretty simple, although I know new things always can be a bit scary if you haven't tried them before. So I hope that makes sense. Does that make sense? Let's put a coat on. Oh, the sun keeps changing. It's really cloudy out there today. Okay, I don't know where I went. Where's my face? There, okay. I know you are around, but miss you very much doing videos. I uploaded a video this week, and I have a video. I'm planning on doing a video a week. That's pretty good, isn't it? I've filmed my favourites video too. I'm just editing it, so that'll be up. I'm thinking kind of Saturday mornings my time is when I'm going to be uploading videos. So that'll be up at the end of the week. Oh, it's getting a bit old, this nail polish. You know how it starts to get a bit... Oh, it's not too bad. Oh, I'm so shaky. What do you think? Is that all right? Oh my God, the light. I'm sorry. Feels like old YouTube when people be like, yeah, this is what I'm using, and you couldn't see it at all. I did give it a good shake. Bye, Jennifer. I'll see you in the Discord. Veronica Dube, one of my favorite YouTubers. I agree. Katie, you want to... Oh, to be listed alongside Veronica, that is a true honor. Thank you. I sound sarcastic. I'm not at all. I'm 100% just chuffed. Oh, you keep it in the fridge. I've never heard of that before. Oh God, I'm shaky today. Some days I just shake more than other days. That's all right. That's all right. We'll just have to tidy it up a bit. That's all. I'm so late. You're not really. Oh, you're half an hour, but that's fine. I don't know. We're just chatting, so it's not a big deal. I agree. Yeah. What do you think? Do you think the purple's good? I mean, the blue's good, guys? I take ages to do my nail polish. I usually sit down and watch like some Stargate or some YouTube or some Doctor Who and like just take the whole afternoon to chill out. And like do one hand, wait for it to dry, do the other hand, wait for it to dry. Pretty, I agree. I think I'm gonna have to try and get some more of this stuff. I don't know if it was like a limited edition or not though. Oh my God. Can someone send some stable hands, please? Some steady hands. I haven't had nail polish on in ages. It's so good. Love blue sky. Yeah. I love the TARDIS. Ooh. All right. With 4 fingers down. 1 to go, and then we can get on to the next question. Now I want to paint my nails. Well, you can paint them along with me if you like. You know how Kellyanne does her housework rambles and everybody cleans? Maybe I'll do a weekly paint your nails with me. That'll be fun. Oh my God. Why is this so hard? I feel like I'm out of practice. Can you get out of practice? I suppose you can, hey? Okay. Yay! I mean, it's pretty bad, but it's fine. Oh, thanks guys. I was half asleep but heard that. Oh. Sweet dreams, Veronica. I hope I didn't wake you up again though. Now I want to paint my nails, yes. You're a beautiful soul. Oh. I think that's a bit generous, but thank you. One of my part-time jobs is a nail tech in a Vietnamese nail salon. I offer you my steady hands, but it's a long way to go for a nail polish. Cute dimples. Oh, thanks. I used to hate my dimples. I used to get made so much fun of them, but now I kind of love them. Jada, I think I found those Shadowscapes files. Ooh. Looks good. Yes. Okay. Oh, now I need to blow my nose though, and I can't. Oh, it's the worst. Just gonna have to sniffle a bit. Sorry, guys. Oh, my tea's already getting cold. That's all right. We'll have to just wait a little bit. Oh, they look so fun. I recently found out that two or three of the people that I work with at my new bookshop job are Doctor Who fans. So I think I found my people. An esoteric bookshop and the people that like Doctor Who. How many decks do I own? Well, I actually am really feeling like I need to do a good purge. And I don't know whether I should do that on YouTube again or just do it on Facebook. But I'm really feeling like a good 30 to 50% of my decks need to go. But I think at the last time I counted, I have about 70. Oracle and Tarot. Which is a lot. I'm aware. And I did for a long time really enjoy having that collection. I loved it. I loved how versatile it was. I loved playing around with the different decks. But this year, it's felt more stressful than enjoyable. So yeah, I think I'm ready to move quite a lot on. I have about 440 decks. That's amazing. Purge is a dirty word. It is. Yeah, I think, Twist the Leaf, I think what's a large collection is totally relative. 70 is a lot for me. It's definitely the high end of what I've had. I think the most I've ever had at one time was about 80. But, you know, yeah, everybody has tarot decks for different reasons, you know. And everybody feels comfortable with a different amount. So, yeah. And about 140 on my wish list. I don't have many on my wish list. I don't know. I don't really have an active wish list at all at the moment. I have a few decks in my head that I'd like to get. I did actually back the Spacious Tarot on Kickstarter at like the last minute. I wasn't really sure if I wanted to. I love the deck, but I just don't really know if I want a new deck right now because I'm already going to get is it the Light Seers Tarot? I backed that a little while ago. But yeah, I did back the Spacious. And there's this new deck on Instagram that I saw just a couple of days ago that looks really good that I don't think is available yet, but I think I will get when it is. But yeah, other than that, there's not a lot that I'm like, ooh, I want it. I've released released, that's maybe a better word. I should stick with that, Soren. Wait, where was I? My grandson and I watch Doctor Who every night. Oh, can I come visit and have a Doctor Who marathon? I watch Doctor Who a lot and I love rewatching things, but my partner does not like rewatching things. He likes Doctor Who and he'll watch an episode once, but once he's watched it once, he's done. Whereas I'm like, I loved that. I'm going to watch it 4 times now. Oh no, it's definitely a large collection, Chuffles. Hi, I'm Leaf and I'm an addict, a tarot addict. Release many decks from my collection. My collection has to be the ones I use. Yeah, I have 8. That's a perfect number, 8. Lovely. That could be a Patreon perk. First dibs on decks you decide to sell. Yeah. I've only been doing tarot a short time. I adore a deck 70. I don't even know what I do with that many. Yeah, well, I'm feeling like that now. I used to be like 70, that's fine. I can handle this. I'm having a great time. Whereas now I'm like, oh, 70. Why do I have 70? I haven't been looking at too many new decks either lately. We're only on season 4. What a delight. What's season 4 of New Who? So that's Tennant's last season. Yeah, is that the season with Donna? Donna's my favorite companion. I drive Chris crazy with that. I rewatch the ones I love over and over and over and over. Yep, I do the same. I love rewatching things because it's like you get to enjoy it without like the stress. I don't know if that makes sense, but like, you know, suspense feels quite stressful, which can be fun, but also sometimes you just want to enjoy something. And so that's why I love rewatching stuff. And plus you pick up on things you didn't before, and you get to quote along with it if you've watched it a few too many times. I'm rewatching Stargate at the moment. Donna was my favorite as well. Yeah, I love Donna. I love Donna. Donna's my favorite, and then probably Bill and Rose. I loved Martha, but I feel like they really did her a disservice. I was not happy with how she was, like, the story she was given, and she was basically just the rebound who was hopelessly in love. But it's like, she's a fucking doctor and a badass, and she's amazing. But that's kind of, they just, I don't know. So I'm disappointed in how they did Martha, but I loved Martha. But yeah, I don't know. Anyway. Everyone who doesn't like Doctor Who is gone now. Yeah, okay, well this tea's cold, so I'm just gonna... I really wanted Sally Sparrow to become a companion. There's a few characters like that, isn't there? Like Madame de Pompadour, she was amazing. And it's like every now and then there's like a character that you just, yeah, this person's amazing. I want to spend more time in the TARDIS with this person, and then they just die or go off or do something else or whatever. Time to rewatch that Kath and Kim show. Oh my god, Kath and Kim. I love that you watch Kath and Kim. Oh wow. Kath and Kim is just iconic. Iconic. Kath and Kim is like, it's just working class Australia summed up in a show. Well, working class, like wannabe middle class Australia, you know. I love them. Love them so much. Oh my god. My favorite line, and I still use it all the time, is oh my god, when Kim keeps calling Chardonnay Cardonnay, and she's like, oh, I got my glass of Cardonnay. Anyone want some Cardonnay? And everyone keeps correcting her. And in the end, she's like, fine, it's Chardonnay, you pack of shunts. Oh my god. Iconic. Fucking iconic. And it's so funny you watch Kath and Kim. Oh my god. Anyway. Fucking iconic. I'm just remembering more of Kath and Kim. Am I a Krim if I want to keep myself trim, Kim? Oh my god. And they're power walking. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like, there's not many things that I'm, like, proud of as an Australian. Kath and Kim is one of them. Anyway. Most people here wouldn't have seen Kath and Kim, and they're all just like, bye. What is this? Do yourselves a favour. I need to blow my nose. BRB. Okay, I'm good for another half hour. Are you going to do readings again? I don't know, hey. I don't know that I really want to. It was fun while I did it, but I just don't really have any desire to. I don't really have a desire to do the whole, like, small business thing, and I don't know. Maybe if I do, I think it most likely will be snail mail readings. Which I did really love doing. But for now, I don't know. Yeah. Sorry, I can't really answer that. I am at the moment, the only people I'm going to be doing readings for anytime soon is the people who have signed up for the $25 tier or higher on Patreon before the end of this month. They're getting a reading from me, but that's about it. I don't know anytime soon. And my birthday sign, my sun sign's Libra. And then I forget the others. One's a Sagittarius and one's a Capricorn. I always write it down and then forget where I've written it. Yeah, I'm a Libra sun, a Capricorn moon, and a Sagittarius rising. So I don't really know what that all means. But there you go. You guys can tell me. Tell me. What channel is Kath and Kim on? It was a TV show. I don't know, about 15 years ago in Australia. And it was just the best thing in the world. I think America tried to do a revamp. I don't understand this, America. Please explain to me why you don't just let shows from different countries be good and just show them. Like, why do you have to redo them, remake them all the time? Like, sometimes it works. Like, Your Office was apparently fine. I haven't watched the American Office. But, I mean, they tried to do Kath and Kim, and they tried to do the IT Crowd. Like, just, those shows were perfect. Why remake them and then ruin them? I don't understand. In Australia, we don't do that. Like, if a show is good, we just put it on the telly. I don't know. Like, we didn't remake The Big Bang Theory or whatever it's called. I didn't really like that show, but I know it was a big deal. Like, I don't know. I feel like maybe that's one of those things that makes America more insulated. That you don't just watch other people's tellies. You got to make it for yourself. I don't know. Just went on a little rant there. Sorry about that. How do you do snail mail readings? I used to literally write someone a letter, but it would include a reading. That's how I used to do it. And it was a lot of fun because I love writing letters. I've done instant messenger readings before, but never heard of them doing by snail mail. Yeah, it was just fun. I just put my love of writing letters and stationery together with readings is basically why I did it. Hope you're doing well. Hi, Tina. Oh, your moon sign is Libra. Very cool. I'm a Capricorn moon and a Sagittarius rising. Twins. Nice, Susan. Because we fucking suck. Is that about America? I cringe at the American remakes of Scandinavian shows and movies. I'm double Scorpio and I only know about Scorpios. I think they remake them to make them more relatable to everyday American. A lot of times it just doesn't work. I get that. But also, like, how do you get to know any other culture other than your own if you're not exposed to, especially like Britain and Australia? Like, we're not that different. Our humor's slightly different, but it's not so different. Do you know what I mean? Like, why limit what you're exposed to so much to the point where you're like, we only watch TV that we've made? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, that's half the joy of watching British comedy, is that it's British humour, you know? But anyway. You do you, boo. Do what you want, America. I don't know. It just doesn't... I've never said you do you, boo. I don't know why I just said that. I'm sorry. Breathe. It was so bad. I didn't like The Big Bang either. Yeah, I didn't like it either because it felt like... You know how the IT Crowd was, like, for nerds? It was like for nerds, and even though it was like self-deprecating, it was also making fun of the people who didn't get it. Do you know what I mean? The Big Bang Theory, it felt like, yeah, nerds were the main characters, but it was still making fun of nerds. And I didn't like how, what was the nerdy girl's name? Is it Amy? How they just made, like, her sexuality was just the butt of all jokes. And I hated that. I don't know. Not crazy fan. I'm pretty sure that a large fraction of the American public has no interest in getting to know other cultures. Aw, that's so sad. They butchered the In-Betweeners. I've never watched the In-Betweeners. I feel like I'd like it, though. I have questions. Again, do I believe in the machine where they pick up the spirit voices? Wait, what? I have no idea what that means. I'm sorry. Again, do I believe in the machine where they pick up the spirit voices? I'm sorry, I don't understand. Yeah. Okay. Well, I think this hand's dry, so we can do the other hand. Ali, yeah, I mean, I don't pretend that, you know, because I watch Doctor Who, I understand British culture. But I think just being exposed to pop culture of different places is, you know, it's interesting at the very least. I love pop culture. I think it's so interesting and it tells us so much about, you know, what people care about and what they're interested in like any given time or place. Oh my god. Oh my god, I'm not ambidextrous at all. Help. I'm trying to do this quickly, but I also know that the dead air is going to make people leave because it's boring AF. Oh my god. It's a mess, guys. Please send help. F's in the chat. Okay, one more finger. I do like this nail polish though, because even though I normally do 2 coats, you don't really have to. You can kind of get away with one. So if I'm running out of time. Are you left-handed or right-handed? Definitely right-handed. An EMF meter picks up the energy. I don't know what that is. Am I really, really stupid? I have no idea what you're talking about. Yep. As I said F's in the chat, I realized that a lot of people wouldn't get that reference, but now I turn back to the chat and I don't get what you guys are talking about. So, you know, we'll just carry on not understanding each other. Oh, for ghost hunt. Oh, is it one of those things that like tells you that there's ghosts around? Oh, cool. I've never seen one of those. I have no idea. I'm actually really scared of ghosts. I remember lying in bed awake at night as a kid, and I refused to open my eyes unless I turned the light on first, because one of my biggest fears was seeing a ghost. So yeah, I've never been interested in the ghost hunting thing. I don't know, to me it just sounds terrifying. Like either you don't find them and you confirm your belief that there is no afterlife and we're all doomed to, you know, whatever, or you do find them and that's terrifying too. I don't know. Oh, should I do, went ghost hunting in Portland, Oregon recently, didn't detect any ghosts, was both disappointed and relieved. Yeah, I don't know, it just doesn't feel like, it feels like a lose-lose situation, you know what I mean? I believe in the afterlife 100%. I wish I felt the same way. I have a scary ghost in my house. Ooh. It's weird, like I believe people when they say that, but then I also don't know what I believe. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. So it's not like I'm sitting here being like, idiot, you don't have a ghost in your house. Like I believe you, 100% believe you, but then I also don't know what I believe. I don't know. Okay, I feel like I've actually answered a lot of the questions. I just answered them all at once, which is probably not as helpful to everybody. I did get a couple of questions about why it's not free, the Patreon. And I get it, because I'm not really about that life where, you know, everything is basically only if you're wealthy and have a bunch of income can you then get access to certain things. Like, I don't love that about our world. So I certainly didn't want to make it part of what I do. But I also, and that's why I've chosen the sliding scale. So it's literally from $1, which is as accessible as I can make it. But I also wanted to have some kind of, I wanted a hurdle but not a wall. Does that make sense? Yes, is it Isla? I made a Patreon this week, which is very exciting. I suppose it's probably in the description of this live chat, just like with the automatic stuff that always goes in my description if you want to have a look. It's very exciting. But yeah, I just wanted to have some kind of thing that not everybody who wanted to join would, because like I know that the private Facebook group, I mean, anybody can pretend to be nice to me and join in and then just turn out to be a dick or whatever. I mean, you can still do that in the Patreon, but at least I'm going to get like 80 cents out of it, right? So, I don't know. I felt like I didn't know how else to make like a proper boundary for myself where only the people who really want to share a safe and vulnerable, casual space with me could. So that's why I went with the Patreon. But I've tried to mitigate the kind of exclusionary aspect of Patreon as much as possible by having that sliding scale. So that's the tea on that. When will I get my perks? I've kind of explained that already. So you are charged on the 1st of the month, and so that month is the month that you've paid to be a Patreon, and that's when you'll get your perks. So if you've got the one where I send you a postcard, I'll send it to you in August. If you sign up now, you'll get charged on the 1st of August, and I'll send you a postcard in August. Make sense? I just signed on, new subscriber here, just felt a sync with the energy. Oh, lovely. Hi, Gina. I'm so excited about the book club. So am I. I'm like genuinely really, really happy and excited. I think I said I did like I shared a reading that I did. And you know how you have those moments where you're like, I feel like I've made a good decision and I'm in the right place and I'm heading in the right direction with this thing. Just feels right. Feels right. I think that the not free part creates a bit of respect. Essentially, it's worth it. Yeah, there is an element of that, isn't it? It's like a commitment. Like I'm committing a lot of myself, my time, my energy, and that vulnerability. I'm giving a lot on this YouTube channel. And I have been for a long time. And I mean, I've shared with you guys how much I get from AdSense. It's about $100 a month, which doesn't cover even really, I mean, it might cover one video, depending on how much effort I put into it, you know, let alone the 4 or the 8 that I make each month. So I feel like I've been giving a lot of myself, and I'm not expecting that I should be, or that I will be, you know, reimbursed for every minute of that. That's just not realistic for the type of channel I have and what I want from YouTube. Like, that's not what I'm looking for. But I think even if it is $1, it's still like a sign that someone's like, hey, I want to give something of me back. I don't know. It's like that exchange, I suppose. I don't know. I get what you're saying. I don't think I said that very well. Now I probably sound like a bit of a dick. Can you say a bit about what made you choose this first book? I can. It might be a bit disappointing though. Basically, I was at the bookshop. I work at a bookshop. And I was putting it on the shelf and I was like, oh, that's a really pretty cover. And the idea of belonging, I just like. And I had a quick little thing on the end. Feel like you don't belong. You are not alone. The world has never been more connected, yet people are lonelier than ever. Whether we feel unworthy, alienated, or anxious about our place in the world, the absence of belonging is the great silent wound of our times. I don't know, I liked it. I liked the sound of it. I'm pretty sure this was independently published originally. It doesn't seem like it's from a big publishing company anyway. It's written by a woman. And I don't know. I didn't want the book club. Oh, that was another question actually. What books will you be choosing? I actually kind of put my notes in the book club. Where did I put it? In the chat, in the Discord server. So yeah, this was kind of just like I thought it was pretty. I know there's an audiobook. I wanted to read it. I thought other people might want to read it. It wasn't like this long, difficult process, you know. But as for the books going forward, I put some notes in the Discord about what I had in mind, but I'm also open to like navigating, you know, I'm flexible. I want the Discord and the Patreon and the book club to kind of grow and develop, like as we move through books and we work out what works and what doesn't, you know, like I don't want it to be like this static thing. But the notes that I kind of wrote when I was planning the book club were that obviously I want the books to be available worldwide. I want them to be available in hard copy, electronic, and audio formats. I don't really want it to be over like 300, 350 pages. I just feel like that would be too much for a month. I don't want, you know, to be reading like the fucking Run with the Wolves in a space of a month. I don't think that's realistic for a lot of people. Preferably not too many cis-het white male authors, and preferably not too many North American authors. Now I say preferably because we're not going to be reading any books by white guys. That's not the point. I just want to be conscious of trying to read books from different genres and from different experiences. And I don't want to just be buying, I don't know, just the same books that everybody's always read. I want us to be reading new things. And that's why I put up the poll for September's books, and one of them is by a white guy that somebody recommended that was a really good book. So I put that on the list. And then I also put Maxine Beneba Clark, who is an African-Australian woman. And I put Inga Simpson, who's an Australian woman, and Maya Angelou, who's an African-American. So it's not like about ticking boxes. It's just about reading different experiences and being exposed to different voices. Like, I just didn't want to have the same voice that we've always had. So yeah, that's also important to me. And then sort of topics are going to be like spirituality, nature, psychology, personal development, that sort of stuff. Nothing that is likely to be significantly triggering to people. Challenging is great, but this isn't like a hard study book club. I wanted to keep it relatively light. So even though, you know, it might be a little bit of, you know, personal development and psychology aren't always just like light and fluffy and happy. You know, they ask us questions and they expect something of us. And if we're reading about other people's experiences, that might be challenging to us. But I don't want it to be like a hard study thing. One, because I don't feel like I'm the right person to hold that space. And two, also just because I wanted to have some fun. And reading can be educational, it can be transformative, and I hope it's a little bit of that for us, but I also just want it to be fun. So that's what this book club is. I also wanted to not have too much specifically tarot and witchcraft kind of like how-to books, to avoid crossover with the wonderful Sammy Menzo. Also want a mix of new release and older books, a mix of classics and well-knowns and lesser-known books, and planning for mostly non-fiction, but I'm also open to fiction every now and then if people want it. So that's kind of what I had in mind for the books. And how we're deciding is, well, at least for the moment, I'm putting a list together. I'm going to aim for like about a list of, you know, 3 to 5 books. So I did a list of 4 books that I put up as a poll, and people on the Patreon have this week to vote for what book we're going to be reading in September. So I want to have like a month in advance knowing what book we're going to be reading. And also I'm going to kind of curate the list, but then offer that up for everybody on the Patreon to decide and vote for what book we're going to read. So that's kind of how it's working. And so far I think it's going okay. Everybody seems to be pretty on board with that. But like I said, I'm always open to, you know, ideas from people. I don't want this to be like, this is my book club and this is what we're reading and this is what you're going to think about and this is how we're doing it and here's the prompts that you're going to have to write an essay about. Like, that's not what it is. So yeah, I'm open to input and suggestions and ideas and book recommendations and all of that good stuff. And then what was the other question? Payment. Why isn't it free? When do I get my perks, books? And what do I get? That's explained on the Patreon. And I kind of explained that in the announcement video too. Yeah. But yeah, those are the kind of the main questions I got about it. Does anyone else have any questions about either the Patreon or just in general? Oh, I haven't been keeping up with the chat. Tarot question from a local newbie, total newbie. How I do tarot for reflection, not prediction. but still not sure how to read a negative card. Nine of Swords in a positive position like guidance. Everyone will do that differently. Some people will read it as like the, like that it is a shadow or something going on with that. I'm sure some people have probably answered. How I tend to do it is I try to find the positive side of that card. Like I know I recently got the Four of Pentacles in like a what I'm doing well. And, you know, some people think of that as, you know, holding on to stuff you shouldn't be and being stubborn and that sort of thing. And I do see that card that way a lot of the time. But for me, that card is also about structure and stability and, you know, taking your time with making decisions and committing to things. So that's kind of how I read it. Other people also see it as like just being conservative, but in the positive way around, you know, not jumping into things and not spending money you don't have and that sort of thing. So I just try to find the positive in that card, if that makes sense. But everybody will do it differently, and I suppose you just got to kind of play around with it and see what works for you. New to Patreon. Perhaps it would be a good idea to study the cards' meanings a bit more. Every card in the tarot has both positive and negative meanings. Yeah. I still need to vote on September's book. All the choices sound really good. Yes, definitely do it because it's very close. Foreign Soil, which is the only book on that list that I've read, just because I want more people to know about and read Maxine Beneba Clark, and that's the fiction option on there. It's Foreign Soil. It's probably tied, be my second favorite book that I've read this year. It was wonderful. Whether you're part of the book club or not, please read that if you like short stories. But the other three, last time I checked, they were all tied. So it's going to be really close about what we read. So please, please do put your votes in. Lorraine, there are no absolute negative cards. Even the Three of Swords has clouds on the horizon. Diversity is necessary, yeah. Diversity is a good thing, and I really appreciate you including your audiobooks as part of the requirement. Yeah, I mean, it definitely does make it, how do I say this? Audiobooks require resources to make, right? And a lot of the time, it's the same sort of people who get those resources. Not always, but it does make it harder for us to access lesser known creators or authors, which was something I kind of was thinking about, that, you know, I really want us to have access to, or us to be exposed to different types of authors. But ultimately, I don't know. That's just a really important thing to me as far as accessibility. I didn't want people who can't physically read a book or have access to a book. I didn't want them not being able to participate. So that's kind of like there's a pros and cons to that, but to me, I value that more. So yeah, it does mean maybe I won't be able to pick some books that I might otherwise like for us to read, but that's okay. You know, we can still talk about those books. Other people can recommend them or whatever if they want to, but they won't be part of the book club, unfortunately. Hopefully, audiobooks are becoming more and more common, and I just hope that it'd be great if everything was an audiobook now, yeah? But that is becoming more and more common, which is good. It's very, very good. Hear more voices, yes. I recommend looking at the cards in their numerological approach. 9 equals attainment and completion. Swords equals the mind and thoughts. Ah, nice. Nice, Zach. Hi, Katie. Nice to see you. I like your darker hair. Oh, I haven't dyed my hair. It's probably just the light. This is just my natural hair. I haven't dyed my hair in years. Sometimes I think about it because I used to be that person who would cut my own hair and dye it every other week. But I haven't really. I've had every color from like platinum blonde to bright red to black to like, I never did like the pastels and stuff though, because that wasn't really a thing when I was dyeing my hair back in the day. But yeah. No, just my natural color. Just like this mousy browny color. But that's all right. I've grown to quite like it actually. You might find Tarot Made Easy fun. Can't remember, but Amazon lists the over 30 categories it lists for each card. Special guidance is one category. Cool. Essay writing, how intense? Yeah, nah. I'm not up for that. Four of Pentacles is also saving money for me most of the time. Yeah, nice. Yeah. This community is amazing. Really appreciate the insight. Thank you. Yeah, no, that's awesome. I'm glad you got a few ideas. And like I said, like everyone will do it differently and you'll just have to play around. Like have a think about, try out all of those ideas and see what works for you. And you'll kind of develop your own approach and kind of, you know, figure out what you like best and what makes sense to you. Audiobooks are so convenient, definitely. There are about 4 tarot made easy on Amazon. I appreciate how you're making this all accessible. I just don't have time or physical room for physical books, sadly. Yeah, that is a common problem. And yet I have 440 decks. See, priorities, yes. I need to visit my friend and get my hair dyed pink, purple, and blue. Nice. I look forward to seeing it. Llewellyn's Classic Tarot rebranded. Oh, that's right. Loved listening in on this chat, but I got an urge to write, so got to go make it last as long as possible. Bye, Zach. It was nice to see you. Which tarot made it easy? There's more than one. Oh, you guys talking about books? Okay. Do you think we needed a second coat? There's a couple kind of more towards, I'm not flipping you off, but like, I feel like maybe I need a little bit of a second coat on some of them. Do you think I can get away with it? Out it though? Yes, second coat. Okay. That means I'm gonna have to hang around longer though. Oh, this is not gonna be a fun, you know how some live chats are really fun to rewatch? This ain't one of them. This has no direction, which is a bit silly because I'm answering people's questions. Maybe I'll have to make a proper video, like, what do you call them? Frequently asked questions. FAQs. FAQs. Why was that so hard for me? The nails look perfect from here. There's a couple where kind of more towards the top or to one side. It's like not as, so I'm just doing like a thin layer, so hopefully it won't take as long to dry. I really love this nail polish though, because it actually lasts quite well. Like I'll get like a full week out of this, easy. You know, some nail polishes you're lucky to get like 2 days before you just need to take it off and start again. This one I get like 5 to 7 days easy, which is awesome for just like a regular nail polish, I think anyway. You're great at nails. When I do them, I get all over my skin. I mean, there's quite a bit all over my skin, but I'm not doing too bad. To be fair, like I have done my own nails for years, although I just haven't for the last like few months. It used to be a lot worse. Oh my God. I have to like maneuver myself weird though. Does anyone have to do that? Especially with my non-dominant hand. Has anyone been enjoying some good stuff on YouTube lately? I haven't really been watching any tarot videos. The only tarot people I really watch at the moment are Sammy Manzo. Can you tell I'm a fangirl? I feel like I've mentioned her in every video the last month. Imogen, oh my God, Imogen being back on YouTube has like made my life again. Imogen's one of those people that I just adore. Imogen Walters, for anyone. I think because I identify with a lot of her story, but obviously she has a very different experience too. Like I had to have a similar surgery to her around the time she had hers, although obviously mine was not as traumatic and my recovery wasn't as bad. And I have different stuff going on to her than her in terms of that, but I have had issues. but then also we're both bipolar, we're both Libra, like, I don't know. There's just a lot about her that I identify with, but then also she's very different to me. And I just love her videos. She's one of those people that I will always make time to watch her latest video. And then I've been watching, what else have I, like hardly any tarot stuff. Just, been watching a lot of, obviously Cute Witch 772 Kara has been someone I've watched since like 2012. In the pagan perspective, I kind of watch bits and pieces of them. Danny Lang was my other favorite host, but she's not really hosting anymore. So I still watch her videos when she puts them up. I don't know. But other than that, I've been mostly watching big YouTube. Like I've fallen back in love with Dan and Phil. So I've been watching a lot of their old videos. Yeah, it's probably my thing at the moment. And then watching BTS videos. What else? I don't know. I always watch Tarot Map. Oh, Kasha. I haven't watched Kasha in ages. I think she started doing her thumbnails differently, didn't she? Because I used to see her face pop up on my, like in my subscriptions feed. But then I didn't for ages. And then I think I realized it's because she does her thumbnails without her face in it anymore. And so I just wasn't noticing. So maybe I forgot again. It's great to have Imogen back. I agree. I love Imogen's content. I love how funny she is, but still how vulnerable she can be. But also how light-hearted she can be. I don't know. I just really like her content. And she's even spoken about like, I mean, I don't think she spoke about teetotal, which I think is a very British term for not drinking alcohol. And it didn't sound like she identified with like alcohol abuse or alcoholism like I do. But even, I don't know, she just talks a lot about a lot of things that I find relevant to my life. And I like hearing her perspective. And her poetry on Instagram, especially when she started uploading like the sexy poetry, I was here for that. I don't know. Just really like her content, whether she's on YouTube or Instagram or both or whatever. She's fab. I participated in a live the other day. Which chat? Who was that thinking? Sorry, I forgot about that deck. Yes. My friend had that older book and a Rider-Waite-Smith tarot deck. First tarot deck I had seen and it got me hooked. Nice. Hearthwitch. I don't know who that is. I've been watching Lindsay Does Languages. Oh, because you're really into all that stuff. Hey. Reacting to 7-second riddles. Geek and Sundry. Tinder. These are all things I do not know. I watch ContraPoints and stuff sometimes too. And Angie Speaks. But those are quite long videos. So and also they're not like lighthearted long videos, you know, like you really have to sit down and pay attention and be thinking. So I don't watch them all the time just because I don't think I mean, maybe you can. My brain can't. But I love those channels and I watch them when I love watching them when I do watch them. Love ContraPoints, yes. Love ContraPoints. How are they looking, guys? Oh, I feel like normal. I haven't had my nails painted in so long. They're a little bit messy, but they're not too bad. I love look at that, how shiny they are. Isn't that pretty? Tea's still hot. So good. It's quite hot. Oh, I burnt my tongue. Color looks great. Oh, I love it. I love it. Geography now, oh my gosh, Thorin, you've got a long list. Maybe you spend more time on YouTube than I do. Pretty, love nails. So pretty, Blue TARDIS rocks. I know. Did I tell you guys what brand it is? Pretty Serious. Yeah. Pretty serious, like pretty-serious.com, if you think they're Australian. Yeah, Pretty Serious. And it's a Christmas time paradox, which is quite clearly Doctor Who themed. Oh my god, I don't think you can see that. Yeah, isn't it cute? I finally got a Frank Green cup because I lost my own, you know, like travel cup, and I never really replaced it because I don't tend to drink coffee. Like I don't drink coffee, but I didn't need, you know, like a reusable cup because I don't really get coffee or whatever on the go. I carry a water bottle because I drink a lot of water, but I don't usually carry like a keep cup. But I've noticed now that I'm working at the bookshop, I want a hot chocolate or I want a chai or something, but I don't want to get like a cup. So I finally got this that I'm going to take to work. So it's Frank Green, which is the brand, and they're currently doing like a collab with some Indigenous artists, and I loved this one, so I got it and I love it. It's very pretty. It's like a metal one. They also do other ones, but yeah, that's it. So pretty. What kind of tea do I have? Just an English breakfast. I'm sorry, I'm so boring. I do sometimes drink other tea, but 9 times out of 10, it's going to be an English breakfast with a little bit of extra milk. Very boring. I try, like, because I love tea so much, and you know when you tell people you love tea, and they're like, oh, what sort of tea do you drink? I tried to be one of those cool people that drinks all the different types of tea. It just didn't really work. I would just kind of be sitting there being like, yeah, okay, this peppermint and like fucking rose is great, but I just want my English breakfast. Chai tends to be my go-to. I love a chai latte. I tend to get that if I want, you know, something from a cafe. I get a hot chocolate or a chai latte. You are not boring. I know, I feel like it's almost starting to become like everybody drinks all their herbal teas and everything. So maybe I am the cool one now, you know? I don't know. Black tea is not boring. I agree. I also do sometimes, I drink it less often now, but I was drinking a lot of rooibos for a while because I like milky tea so much, and my doctors, when I was in hospital, were like, you're not having any more tea. You know, you can't have caffeine. And I was heartbroken. But I found rooibos, so I was drinking a lot of that. But now my favorite tea, they do have a decaf, and it's not 100% decaf, but it's, so I drink regular tea during the day, and then after about 4 or 5, I drink decaf. I'm so boring too. I drink chamomile and like 2 other teas. I can't handle caffeine, so often mix fruit teas with chamomile. Ooh, fancy. I have this green tea that's my friend Annie and Mark, they sent me some when I was in hospital, and it's still my favorite green tea, but it's from one of those like pyramid schemey things that are really hard to actually buy shit from, and so you get it on eBay and it's like $30 for a box. I don't remember the brand, and I don't want to tell you because then you'll get addicted and have to spend that much money on tea, but I really like it. So like every 6 months I'll buy a box or 2 and just have to like ration it. I have to have caffeine. I don't really know. I don't really think of, you know, some people are like, oh my god, I can't do anything till I have my coffee. I drink a lot of tea, so I'm sure I get a lot of caffeine, but I don't really think of it as like I need caffeine. It's just like I like tea because I like it and it makes me happy. Because it's always been like a big thing in my family. Like you go to my parents' house or my grandparents' house, and the first thing they do is say, you want a cuppa? Maybe that's like quite the British influence, where it's like anybody sad and it's like we're putting on the kettle. Like we're very a tea drinking family. And I have a lot of really good memories of my great grandmother, my nana, playing cards and drinking tea with her. And I have like I was drinking tea from a very young age. Like I always wanted to drink tea like all the adults, but so they like put a warm cup of milk and like dip the tea bag in twice and be like, here's your tea, Katie. And so I'd sit there for thinking I'm an adult, you know. So yeah, I'm definitely a big tea drinker. I need to blow my nose again. Also have chronic hay fever, so. Oh no! I did that a bit too soon. Oh, it's not too bad. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I saw a tea scheme where it was $80 for a box of tea because it came from Saudi Arabia. Wow. Wow. I think this $30 tea, there is something special about it, like, you know, the active mushroom ingredient or something. Like, there's something weird about it. I just like the taste of it. And now that I love it so much, I don't really enjoy other green teas. It ruined me. Cup of so Anglo, yeah. A kiwi brand, I like it. Has round tea bags, which I love for some reason. I just drink Twinings most of the time. But I'm also not too picky. Like if someone has Tetley, I'm fine having Tetley. But I always have Twinings at home for my English breakfast. I also did actually recently get these 2 Aboriginal teas. Do you guys want me to show you them? They're so good. I keep forgetting about them. Oh, I don't know what they're called. Like I have them in the kitchen. This one claimed it had health benefits similar to Dead Sea salts. Oh, another scam. Yeah. Yeah. I think with this $30 tea, people were saying that it would like help with your asthma and stuff. And I think that's why Mark sent me some, because he knows I have asthma, which was very thoughtful. But I'm like, I don't know how tea's going to help with asthma, but I really like the taste of it. So probably contained doTERRA or Young Living Snake oil. Yes? Okay, I'll be back. I mean, I'm not going to have the tea made, but I'll show you the little... I won't be long. Whoop. I did used to have little bits of information about them, but I don't know where I put it. But anyway, this one is Gulbarn. Gulbarn? Like Gulbarn. Ancient leaf fresh tea, handpicked by Indigenous families from wild crop in the Alua country. A uniquely Australian aromatic tea. High in antioxidants, this tea has been used as a remedy by the Alua people of the Northern Territory for thousands of years. I really like this one. It's like, you really don't need a lot of it. Like you put these little leaves in like a tea strainer. And it's, I'm really bad. Like I don't know words to describe scents and stuff. But I love this one when I'm feeling a bit unwell. Like I love this one because it's got that, I don't know. You know how people always tell you to drink peppermint or something? I'll have this instead. It's really good. So you could use it for a tea leaf reading too. I mean, I don't know, because these are just like literal, like little leaves. And you put like, not many. It's really quite strong. I really like that one. This one though is my favorite that I drink a lot. Gillingjin bush tea. Gillingjin bush tea. This is from Kakadu Plum & Co. Supports Australian Indigenous communities and the native food industry. Your purchase has a direct impact. The Plum Power movement is all about supporting local while making a positive difference at the same time. KakaduPlumCo.com. Gillingjin tea. Gillingjin tea, yeah. These ones are more like, I don't know, I suppose the leaves, but they're kind of like more crumbly, and like those ones are very stiff singular. These are a bit more, I don't know if you can see in there. So this one I use a little bit more, but this one's kind of a bit more, like this is a heavier, heavier. I'm sorry, I don't know words, but I really like this one. I drink this if I'm not drinking English breakfast, I'm probably drinking this. But those two I love. I found them at the Yarraville markets a little while ago. And yeah, really, really like them. So yeah, if you're looking for some Australian tea, Kakadu Plum Co. is the company for those. And Golbarn. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. There you go. I thought so. I was really excited when I saw it because I'd never seen anything like that before. I mean, I knew that there are indigenous plants and bushes and trees and things that are like native food that a lot of people still harvest and eat and use. And I assumed that they would have some kind of drink like that in different regions of the country. But yeah, I'd never, you know, had some and been able to buy some and then drank some. And I love both of them. Describing scents. I had the challenge of describing the flavour of blueberries the other day. They taste like blueberries. Oh, someone's messaging me. Oh, my mom. Hi, Mom. I think my internet is being weird, so sorry if the messages get weird. That's fine. What's the most interesting tasting teas you've all had? Yeah, that's a good question. I suppose mine would be these, even though they're not like crazy tasting. It's just because they're quite unique, you know? Like I've never had teas that taste like them from somewhere else. And I love that. Still love my English breakfast though. Oh, it's hot. Okay. Red velvet tea. Ooh. Red velvet tea, Soren. Yum. I love red velvet. From the band stash. Oh, from the brand stash. I thought you said from the band stash. Katie, any new decks on your wish list? I'm getting the Spacious Tarot, which I backed on Kickstarter, which is Carrie Mallon's deck. I think I picked for the one with the audiobook too, because I really miss Carrie's podcast. I loved Carrie's podcast. Oh, there were a couple. There's a new one on Instagram that I just saw the other day. Can I look at Instagram on my computer? No. Shane Dawson, what are you doing? I don't even know how to... Oh, I have comments and stuff. Cool. Oh, you know who else I'm really liking at the moment? His name's Aphrodite, like Aphrodite. He is a Twitch streamer and he does tarot readings. Like that's his thing. I think he calls him like the pop culture psychic. But he also posts readings that he does on YouTube, and he basically just does readings of famous people or YouTubers. Like he did one on, you know, Jenna Marbles, and he did one on James Charles before the James Charles Tati thing happened, and it's kind of true. Like, it's really cool. It's really cool. Like, I mean, you can have ethical debates about whether it's right to read about people or whatever, but from, like, an entertainment standpoint, I love his channel. Oh, I don't know what the deck is called. No, I don't know. Sorry. There's another deck that I've seen that I like the look of. But I don't know. Decks that I want. I don't know. I haven't really been keeping up with everything, to be honest. I feel like there's one or two. There's just, I don't think I've written them down. I might have. Let's check the Hobonichi. Oh, the collective tarot. That's going to be on my list forever, I think. Oh, the guided hand oracle, the guided hand tarot. I do want the guided hand tarot. And the empty cup oracle, which is like the Sasarai Beto oracle. Yeah. So there you go. Those are on my wish list. And then that other one on Instagram that I can't remember the name of. So yeah, not a very long wish list, I'm afraid, but those are decks that I would like. I am getting the Light Seers Tarot, which I think should be shipping sometime soonish, which is cool. Actually, I kind of want the Numinous Tarot. Someone on the Discord, on my Patreon Discord, has been sharing readings they've been doing with the Saltwater reading cards by Laura Bowen, which we all know I'm obsessed with, and using that with the Numinous Tarot. And I was just like, oh, I love the readings and I love how they look together, and oh. So I kind of want the Numinous Tarot now, even though I had the original Kickstarter one and just didn't, I don't know, like there was too much going on, there was too many changes, and it just didn't click. But you know how when you see someone using something in a slightly different way and you're like, oh, why didn't I think of that? Maybe that would have worked. So yeah, I kind of want that. I missed the chance to back the Spacious Tarot, and I'm so heartbroken. It's gorgeous and I love the concept. Yeah. No, it does look lovely. Tea channels have been my guilty pleasure. As in tea, as in like gossip channels. Because, I mean, I like a bit of that every now and then too. But if there's like tea channels, that sounds interesting too. Less interesting, to be fair, but gonna look at the stars and go to bed. Oh, lovely. Have fun, Lorraine. Do you have the El Goliath or Sawyer's Tarot? I have the El Goliath. And it's beautiful, and there's something about it that I really like. But in the unboxing that I did, I missed a lot of things that I just don't know about normally. Like there's a lot of things that people have recognized as problematic, possibly, and a bit of appropriation, which, you know, I think should be questioned and challenged and discussed. But it's from cultures that I don't really have a lot of exposure to. I think a lot of it was Native American, which, as an Australian, like, I know when I see a dream catcher, I know that that's Native American, but there's not a lot of symbols and, you know, iconography that I can see and be like, I know what that is, like I could with a lot of Aboriginal things, just because that's, you know, my culture and what I'm exposed. Aboriginal is not my culture, but in terms of what I'm exposed to in my culture, do you know what I mean? So I didn't pick up on a lot of that in the unboxing. So I'm glad some people pointed that out to me. So it is a deck that is beautiful in how it's put together, and Goliath is, from the contact I've had with him, it's been really positive, but I think that's an important thing for me to point out because I didn't in my unboxing. It's beautiful, but I don't know, have a look at it and maybe have a think about that, and I'm sure other people have spoken about it much more intelligently than I have. Where was I? My wife has that oracle and it's awesome. Is that the saltwater reading cards? Oh, I love it. My wife has that oracle and it's awesome. I just literally read that out. Thank you, Susan. Oh yeah, it's been re-released. Is that the Numinous? Okay, good. What an interesting pairing. I use the saltwater cards with the Gaian Tarot. Ooh, I have the Gaian Tarot and I still haven't used it yet because I just haven't been using tarot much. But I like that. I like that. I limit myself when watching those channels because I don't really care that much. Yeah, I get, and also it's so easy to get sucked in and spend the whole day watching tea channels. The faux Arabic is eye bleeding to me in the El Goliath. Oh, really? There's another thing I didn't pick up on. Interesting. I really like the El Goliath's art, and I've not realized the appropriation aspects, but I find the cards a bit too big. They are massive. Yeah, I can't comment a lot on the appropriation stuff because the things people were pointing out to me, you know, I could see when they pointed out, but I don't understand like the proper context, and I'm sure there's plenty that I still don't that I've missed and still don't understand. But I also just felt that I needed to point that out, that it is a concern that some people have raised, and I think validly. The Empty Cup. Yes, I saw that on... oh, whose channel did I see that on? I think it was the Boy Diviner channel. I saw him sharing that and it was like, oh, that's cute. I like it. Saltwater Oracle. I have to get that. I love it so much. It's one of my favorites. I kind of want to pull it out now. Oh, I love Laura Bowen and I love her decks. Aren't they beautiful? Like, they're so colourful. I always take this deck with me when I go on holiday. They're very shiny though. I always take it with me when I go on holiday. Especially if I go to like, because I go to Bateman's Bay to visit my grandparents quite a bit, which is obviously a bay, a beach. I tend to take this, or I'll take Sherilyn Darcy's Wildflower reading cards if I'm more going to like the bush. Well, yeah, dot painting is like a very common form of Aboriginal art. And so obviously Laura's is a modern interpretation of that, but she is an Aboriginal artist. And she uses feathers, like the tips of feathers, to create her dots, which I think is amazing. It's so beautiful. And I really like Laura. I mean, I'm not going to pretend that we're besties or anything. But the small, like the few dealings I've had with her and, you know, chats I've had with her, she's just really lovely. And her artwork, oh my God. And even her guidebooks I really like. Even though I'm not always the biggest fan of Rockpool, they put out some really lovely decks. Yeah, they're beautiful, aren't they? Oh. Should we draw a card? I like the orcas, yeah. Let's draw a card and I'll read you a bit from the guidebook. I'm not doing a reading. I'm not in the zone for a reading, but we can have a look. I love nautical themed decks. This is an incredible one. And I love that she's made it saltwater, because to me, a lot of the times, I don't know, water decks feel like flowy and gentle and soft. But for me, saltwater is really harsh and cleansing and intense. It can be healing, but it's not in that soothing way. Do you know what I mean? So I love that that's kind of the focus of this deck. It's not, you know, lagoons and, you know, I don't know, like ponds. It's the fucking ocean. And things like that. Saltwater hurts in open wounds. Exactly, exactly. Deck is beautiful, I know. So yeah, I really love that a lot of water decks feel very different to this one. So even if you have a bunch of water decks, I still feel like this is probably going to have like a different, fit a different space in your collection, you know what I mean? Okay, can we have a card, please? Oh, there we go. Okay, we got the pelican. Self-sacrifice. Ooh, intense. Pelicans are scary. There's a lot at Bateman's Bay and they all sit up on like the lights, the road lights. And if you walk under them, you get shit all over your head. Isn't that pretty though? Sorry, the glare is still, I'm trying to get it without as much glare as possible, but I think you can see it fairly well, but the pelican's a little bit washed out. I even love the backings of these. Aren't they cool? Okay. What does Laura have to tell us about the pelican? Also, these guidebooks are like full color. Aren't they cool? Okay, so we're number 20. The pelican, self-sacrifice. I'm not very good at reading out loud all the time, okay? So if I stutter or make mistakes, don't laugh at me. The pelican is a very large black and white bird with a very distinct, large, expandable bill that helps them collect large amounts of water and fish. The pelican warns us about taking on more than we can handle and of overcommitting or trying to please everyone. Their association with sacrifice comes from the way they clean themselves with their massive bills, striking it on their chest and sometimes piercing it and causing it to bleed. Oh, wow. This action reminds us not to sacrifice ourselves or blame ourselves when we fail to live up to our own expectations and to avoid punishing ourselves for others' incompetency. So I love that she gives us like a bit of an explanation about the animal and the characteristics or something that is like why she's chosen this keyword. The pelican asks us to look carefully at what is important to us and to steer away from sacrificing our own needs in order to take care of others. The pelican also indicates a great ability to learn, take in and deal with a large amount of information or feelings. They really can hold a lot within that bill, and it reminds us to gather and hold what we have and what we value close to us. You have many things you do well, and you need to stop stepping down and allowing others to take the credit for what you do. You are important and worthy. The pelican reminds us that we can take what we cherish and carry it with us in our hearts if we need to. The pelican reminds us to know our own value, to not allow others' needs to come above our own unless we honestly are willing to make the sacrifice for the right reasons and to be honest about what those reasons are and why making the sacrifice is important to us. The stock, it's not thin, but I think because the cards are so large, it feels thinner than it is. Do you know what I mean? They're nice and flexible though, which I think is a good thing with larger cards, so you can shuffle them more easily. But they're not like flimsy. At least I don't think they are. Like, I quite like the cardstock. It's flexible but durable. I don't know if that answers your question. And there's what, about 36 cards in here? So that's the sort of, so you know what I mean? Like, they're still easy to shuffle if you want to riffle shuffle them. And they're not too heavy or anything like that. So what do you guys think? I don't know, I really liked what she was saying about like the bill being so big and, oh, I've got these upside down now. Being able to carry so much. I don't know, I thought that was really interesting. And then the twist on the self-sacrifice. And either don't do it, or if you're gonna do it, be honest about why you're doing it. And be aware of why you're doing it. Yeah. I just love her artwork, isn't it beautiful? So there you go. There's our little message for the day. Make of it what you will. I'm not doing the reading. I just wanted to share this wonderful deck with you. And you guys can take what meaning you like from it. Feel free to share if you'd like to. But otherwise, a bit of free promo for this incredible deck. I should share, I suppose, that Laura did send this to me as a gift. I bought her Dreamtime reading cards and was obsessed with them and spoke about them all the time because they were my favorite. And so apparently a lot of people were buying the Dreamtime reading cards because of that, which obviously meant a lot to Laura. And so as a thank you for supporting her deck so much, she sent me this one as a gift. There was no, I don't think she even once mentioned me doing a video or anything on it. It was just, yeah, I'd supported her previous one, so she wanted me to give me a gift of this one. So I didn't pay for this deck, but I just adore it. And I was planning on purchasing it for myself, and that was many years ago, but I suppose for the sake of transparency. Incredible that she creates her art with feathers. I know, I love it. It's so good. And it's just so vibrant. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just so, oh, I just love it. I love how there's like things like blue bottles in here too. Do you guys have blue bottles around the world? Or is it just an Australian thing? Blue bottles are like super, super dangerous, like jellyfish stingers. I don't think she has irukandji in here though. I think that's more a northern Australian thing, and Laura's New South Wales. Irukandji are one of the deadliest stingers in the world, and they're tiny tiny. Because up north, like I'm from North Queensland, so you know it's hot and it's sunny, and you think we'd be swimming in the ocean all the time, but we literally can't because we'll die. They're these tiny little stingers, and they can get through nets. Like, we have swimming nets, but they don't really work very often. You have to be careful because they're tiny and they can get through the nets and they can kill you. Like, they're really, really dangerous. People who've been stung by them describe feeling like their bodies are imploding, and like it's just horrific. Blue bottles are also really dangerous, but they're also bright blue and really pretty and a lot more common. I think blue bottles can kill you. I'm not sure. But they're like literally blue, and sometimes you'll go to the beach and you'll see all these blue bottles washed up. I'm pretty sure blue bottles can kill you. But irukandji are like one of the most dangerous animals on the planet for like size comparison to what they can do to you. I don't know what they have a different name. Irukandji was like the Aboriginal name, and so that's what we like. That's one of the, I think there's a different scientific name, or you know, colonists called it something different that's common overseas when people are talking about it. But irukandji is what we call them, and that's the Aboriginal name for them. Yeah. So don't go swimming in North Queensland for like most of the year. And you know, take some vinegar if you're going to go to the beach. I don't actually know if vinegar actually helps. Does it? People say you should pee on, if somebody gets stung, you should pee on them. I don't think that actually, maybe it helps with the pain, but I don't think it actually, you know, will save their life if they get stung by an irukandji. People do die, but not, like, it's not very common from irukandji. Because, you know, we know not to go in the fucking ocean. Like, don't fucking do it. It's like with crocodiles and spiders and stuff. People are terrified of the idea of coming to Australia, and we're like, well, don't fucking go on the rivers in, you know, Northern Territory. Like, just don't. You're an idiot. There's crocs in there. Don't go. I don't know. Like, don't stick your hand down a funnel web spider's funnel. Like, just fucking don't. You'll be fine. Check the toilets in a public restroom before you sit down. You'll be fine. Redbacks, you know, just don't. I don't understand. Don't go stomping around in long grass in summer. There's snakes there. It's like, I don't know, like a bear. The idea of bears scare me because I've never seen a bear. And the idea of them just like fucking wandering around in public, like what? You have these giant bears. They're giant. But you guys are scared of coming to Australia because crocs, like they're in the rivers. I don't know. I don't know. Cougar, are you kidding? Cougars? And you're scared of, like, what? We've got nothing on a cougar. Fucking what? Australia's not that scary. Bears and cougars, are you kidding? I'm scared of spiders too, but that's because they're creepy. Like, they're just creepy looking. But, like, I don't know. Mountain lion. You have mountain lions, but you guys are scared of Australia. Like, what? Hooved animals. To be fair, kangaroos are scarier. Like, oh my god. Cassowaries? Cassowaries are worth being scared of, mate. Sorry, I'm sounding really Australian now. No, cassowaries are the only Australian animal that you should be genuinely terrified of. Big red kangaroos, steer clear. Everything else is fine. Like, just stay away from roos and cassowaries. Cassowaries are basically dinosaur birds, and they can kill you. And they're so angry. Like, they're just always so angry. You know how a lot of animals are only going to get mad if you piss them off? Cassowaries, like, their what do you call it? Like, their baseline is just really angry. Big red roos are like that too. Like, they're just fucking mad. It's hot and they haven't had enough to drink and they're mad. And Does anyone else, when their doorbell goes off, just like pretend you're not home? I'm not answering that. Cassowary? What's a cassowary? Oh my god. Someone's really keen. Oh my god. Cassowaries like scare me just fucking looking at them. Oh my god. There's this meme called Son of a Fuck. I'm going to share it with you so you can understand why I'm so scared of cassowaries. They're kind of native to Australia and like I think Indonesia and those kind of, that kind of Australasia. Shall we read this together? Click on that link and I'll read it to you. Son of a fuck. Cassowaries are badass. This right here is 7 feet of pure unadulterated assholery. A cassowary can run at speeds of up to 50 kilometers an hour and will freaking bulldoze anything that gets in its way. This is accurate. It sounds like ridiculous, but it's accurate. And it will do so happily. See that dinosaur helmet she's got going? That thing will mess you up. Also, she can jump high enough to kick you right in the tit. Oh, and she has a 13 centimeter claw on each foot. Did you hear that? 13 centimeters. That's 5 inches. Go measure that. I'll wait. Yeah. Did you see the length of that thing? That thing can take off limbs. It can disembowel a grown human. It can do these things and it will, happily. It even swims. It swims, okay? Yeah, that's right. Like you needed another reason not to go in the water. Nobody wants to swim with a leaping dinosaur harkbird. It has been named the deadliest bird in the world and has the aggression of a PMSing dragon. If confronted by a cassowary, you need to stand tall, look it in the eye, hold your ground, and die like a little bitch. They're terrifying and they're so mad. But there's like stories, I don't know how true it is, but there's stories of like back in, you know, colonizing days. We're still in colonizing days. Colonized, but like as in the original times. Apparently there was some explorers, I think this was in Indonesia, and apparently the cassowaries, like, what do you call it in like military terms when somebody kind of flanked them and then like basically surrounded them and killed them. Like what? Are they common? Sort of. Mostly up north though, like not down where I live now, but up north. Like in the rainforesty areas and stuff. Yeah. They're honestly, like, crocs are fine. Like, just don't go in the water. Don't go near a river in the Northern Territory or Northern Queensland and you'll be fine. But cassowaries? Like, crocs will get you because they're hungry and you're near the edge of the water, right? Cassowaries will go out of their way to fuck you up just because they're pissed. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done talking about cassowaries. I'm going to have nightmares. I don't think I should leave this live chat up. Sorry, I can't visit you, Katie. Fair enough. Don't worry, I'm not in North Queensland anymore. The cassowaries are like 3,000 kilometres away. Maybe even more. How far away is North Queensland from here? I don't know. Dangerous animals, yeah. They're terrifying. Oh, I just don't want to look at them. It's scary. Anyway, Florida scares me because of all the alligators. Alligators are little though, aren't they? I don't know. I just don't, because alligators can what, like bite your leg off, but they can't kill you, can they? Have you seen a croc do a death roll? Yeah, no, I'll take an alligator over a croc any day. Especially, like, I'm talking about saltwater crocs. Yeah, saltwater crocs just, like, just don't. Just don't. Yeah, no, go watch a saltwater croc do a death roll. I'm sure that's probably on YouTube somewhere. Yeah, that's terrifying. And they're massive. Like, they're so big. I don't know. Like, we've been to croc farms before and you see them. And I've seen them in the wild too. But the smaller ones. But oh my god. Like, they're actual dinosaurs. They're so big. Yeah, nah. And people do, like, people, especially a lot of tourists think that they're really badass and try and go in the river. I think because they think they're just alligators. So most of the people that die by crocs are tourists, I think. Because they just don't understand that crocs are massive and they're going to kill you. Yeah, the saltwater crocodile is not cool. Anyway, I'm just talking about Australian animals, which is not interesting to anybody. I feel like I do this a lot. Like, people are like, oh, spiders. I'm like, no, cassowaries. I can finish my nail polish, but I feel like I'm not going to leave this up. This is fucking a boring chat to rewatch. But thanks for everybody who's still here, the whole, like, 19 of you. I don't know why. You probably just left your computer running. Yeah, I came on here with the intention of providing a helpful, you know, answers to some questions, and instead I just painted my nails and got angry about cassowaries and crocodiles. That makes sense. Good job, Katie. I know how to live stream. Professional YouTube. Okay. I don't know. I actually kind of don't want to go though. I'm having fun. But also it's starting to drag on and people aren't going to be paying attention. I'm talking to myself more than you. Does anyone have any questions or something I can talk about? Otherwise, I'm going to have to go and do actual life stuff, which I don't want to do. I feel like 90% of the time when I'm doing a live stream, it's because I don't want to adult. It's like, oh, I have washing to do. Oh, I have to call and make an appointment. I could live stream. Because let's be fair, when this finishes, I'm going to put some washing on so I feel like I've done something, and then I'm going to go watch some, like, I don't know, some Dan and Phil compilation videos, or like old school PewDiePie screaming videos, or fucking something dumb. Oh no. Okay. I put the top coat on and they're drying. It's only taken me 2 hours. And my tea's still hot though. Did my accent get stronger throughout this? Do I sound more bogan than I did at the beginning? I feel like I definitely have levels to my Australian boganness. Yeah. Like, I can sound pretty normal and like, and then other times I can really get going. Yes. And this isn't even full level Australian. I'm still pronouncing most of my syllables and vowels. I'm going to vacuum. Oh, I'm so proud of you, Victoria. Genuinely. This was still a fun chat though. Oh, well, I'm glad. Do you know how I had to look adulting up the first time I heard it? Which is less than a year ago. Nice. I think it's a very helpful term, you know? One of PewDiePie's actually speaking Swedish in his video. Look, I'm not the biggest fan of the guy. I know he's done some really problematic shit, but him playing video games back in the day and then swearing in Swedish after jump scares. That was fun to watch. That was fun to watch. Not really, maybe here and there. Those metal mugs keep everything so hot. I know, it's so good. Why have I only just got one of these things? I scrape and sacrifice to pay someone to vacuum for me. Oh, yeah. Hey, I finally made a live stream. Hi, we're about to finish though, I think. I don't want to, but I've been on here for 2 hours and I know that this is not a live stream that can stay up. Yeah, I'm definitely not leaving this up. So I suppose it's nice that you caught this because it's a one-time only offer. Yeah. Oh wow, it's 3:30. I've done nothing with my day. But I suppose that's what days off are for, yeah? It's nice to just chill and hang out. It doesn't have to be for posterity. Yeah, this is definitely not for posterity. I've gotten a lot better at taking videos down that I don't want to leave up. I used to be like, oh no, but I have to. I don't know. Like I felt like people would think you're being like secretive or you're trying to hide something. And I'm like, oh, maybe I just don't want stupid shit on the internet. There's enough of me on the internet. It doesn't also need to be stupid shit. So yeah, I'm probably going to have to make another video to explain the Patreon stuff. Or maybe I won't. I don't know. I'm sure people will figure it out on their own. Maybe I'm underestimating people. People are clever. Oh, I'm so glad I got this. Oh, it kind of, my nails go well with it. I mean, to be fair, pretty much any colour nail polish would go with this, wouldn't it? Being exposed for tea channels for deleting it. Yep, definitely. Soren, you should start a tarot tea channel. And look, not like tarot and tea, you know, like how people do the tarot and tea. You can do tarot tea channel. I'd watch that, to be fair. I mean, probably shouldn't, but I would. Why do you think gossip is so interesting? I mean, not all gossip is. Some of it I don't give a shit. But some of it's just like, it's funny. I don't know. I just think a lot of it's funny. It's like a sitcom. Not a sitcom, what do you call it? The life ones? The real ones? Reality TV. Because it provokes a response. Yeah. But like, I don't get mad about gossip. I just genuinely sit there laughing. Like it's my comedy, you know? Sometimes it gives you stuff you need to know, like El Goliath thing. That's not gossip though. That's like genuine discussion about an important topic. Reality comedy, yeah. I think it's funny because it's interesting to me how serious people will take things that in the big scheme of things are really fucking dumb, you know? But it never comes out in forthright conversation. The El Goliath thing, is that not like literally what I did? I don't understand. I've made videos on that topic before. I don't agree with that at all. Anyway. Yeah. So true, Soren. Yeah. I've watched a number of vids about El Goliath and has never anyone mentioned the appropriation thing, sadly. I was really glad you mentioned it today. Yeah, maybe some people just don't. Maybe it's not something that they are concerned with, or maybe they don't. Like, I didn't in my unboxing because I didn't know. But yeah. Would be good if we could talk about it more. I think it's one of those things though where people tend to get so defensive that it's hard to have a conversation around. Yeah. And like, I get it. What was it? One time I did an unboxing of something and I completely missed something, and someone was like, hey Katie, I'm disappointed that you missed this thing. And my first response would be like, well, it's not my fault. I didn't mean to. Like, and then I was like, just calm the fuck down. Like, this isn't about you. It's about a bigger issue. You can respond. You can be better than that. I mean, I'm not always better than that, but especially on the internet, most of the time we have enough space to be a little bit better than that, you'd think. So I get the defensiveness because I think it's natural for most of us, but I also would like to think that we could take like a whole 5 seconds to breathe and be like, okay, what is this about? It's not personally about me. It's not an attack on my character. It's an opportunity to learn something and be a little bit better next time. Yeah, I don't know. It is a tricky thing. I wish it was less tricky. And I'm really grateful that people like told me in the comments, because otherwise I would have carried on thinking that some of this stuff was just pretty. And it is pretty and the art's beautiful. But there's still some stuff in there that people, that matters to people, that hasn't been put in a context that is necessarily as respectful as it could have been, is my understanding. There've been a couple of other decks I've ran into the same problem though. Yeah, definitely. That's exactly it. We have such a hard time not taking it personally. It's the institution, not the individual. Exactly. And I think, you know, as individuals, we form part of the institution. Some of us benefit from the institution, but it's not about like you're a bad person. It's like, hey, right now you're participating in something that isn't great. Let's learn a little bit more about that and why, and do something differently next time. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's one of those things where I like to think it's getting better, but then it's not always. I think there's definitely parts of tarot that are getting better. And I think with Kickstarter and other avenues like that, there's definitely been more opportunities for independent creators who might not otherwise get opportunities to make their own decks, write their own books, and represent their own experience. And my phone is going flat. My phone's going flat, and I don't have a charger here. So it looks like my phone is going to shut me up. But anyway. My nails are done. My tea's nearly done. I've been here for way too long. I'm sorry I've overstayed my welcome, but thanks for still hanging out with me. It's nice to have not been alone this whole time. I was quite silly this live stream, wasn't I? I don't know whether to apologize for that. Sometimes it's fun to be a bit silly. It was a really nice chat. Oh, well, I'm glad. I'm glad. Thanks for being here. Yeah. I don't want to go do my washing. Okay. Well, thanks, guys. Reluctantly signing off now. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. I have a video coming out this weekend. It's going to be my favorites video, which will be fun. And then, I don't know, I'm liking doing these live streams every now and then, although they're very spontaneous. I only decided like an hour before I started. So they'll pop up from time to time. And the Patreon's happening if you want to hang out with me more, and you can, and all of that, but you don't have to because I'm still going to be here. But yeah, I hope you're all well. Hope you have a good day today or tomorrow, and thanks for hanging out. Bye. I don't know how to turn it off.